Terrance, Spokane Police. Can you tell me what kind of drugs you took today?
Had we not shown up and you got medical attention, you could have died just from that.
Get me in the hospital thing, and that's where I ended up dying twice. And I didn't even know I was died. Like, that's the scariest part.
Terrance McKinney recently made headlines stepping in on a 6 days notice relatively as a nobody on a stacked UFC 263 pay-per-view card, setting a lightweight record for the fastest knockout in history with a 7-second knockout debuting against Matt Frivola.
He loves it. He does not shy away from wild exchange.
Absolutely insane. This was a telling moment for the young star we have on our hands, but his story doesn't stop there. Terrance McKinney is a gift. It all starts with his mother, who grew up in the inner city of Chicago, very poor with 12 other siblings in a very rough neighborhood. No heating, gangs everywhere. She did not have it easy.
It was times that we didn't have a lot of money and our resources were very limited, and times that we did have heat, we had to supplement that heat with a kerosene heater. When I went to Inglewood, there were gangs there on every side, all different types of gangs at school, and they would have gang wars. And if you wasn't a member of the gang, they would beat you until you decided to join. Carol took that bottle to protect herself. And out of all the girls that was out there, who did she stab? Me. I ended up having my artery severed.
After the incident, she ended up joining the Army for 5 years and was declared a veteran. Now this is where Terrance's story starts. He was born in Chicago with 4 other siblings, then shortly moved after to Alabama until he was 11 years old, and then he packed up his bags and moved halfway across the world to Germany. Now I can't imagine moving to Germany. Like, what life would be completely different? I got no idea what's going on over there. After living in Germany for a period of time, they moved to Spokane, Washington, where Terrance resumed training wrestling, where he had an amazing record, being a 2-time state champion. But with all the great accomplishments came a bit of partying.
When your buddy's violently freaking out on acid, you have to call the cops.
Did he break anything?
In the summer of 2014, the police received a phone call from one of Terrance's friends saying that he's overdosing.
Guy backed up against a fence line, and they're not sure what's going to happen next.
Hey, Terrance, Spokane Police. Can you tell me what kind of drugs you took today? So we got to get medics for you, all right? Nobody wants to hurt you. Terrance, you don't want to hurt yourself. Nope, I know that. You got to stay here, though. Yeah.
So now, 8 minutes into the standoff, enough officers and medics are on scene to try to take Terrance into custody.
We're going to have to grab you and roll you onto your stomach, all right?
All right. You okay with that?
But Terrance is not okay. Their tasers have no effect on Terrance.
On your stomach! On your stomach! Stop resisting!
And it's not until police use a lateral neck restraint that officers are able to cuff him and put their patient on a gurney.
I know you do, Terrance, but you got to listen to these guys.
Terrance is taken to a waiting ambulance where paramedics put a breathable spit shield over his face.
What's your birthday, Terrance?
Terrance has settled down, but as a precaution, Officer Johnson will ride to the hospital with him.
You still don't remember what drug you took?
Then, on the way to Holy Family, Terrance's heart stopped beating.
I died twice in there, and I didn't even know I died.
Now, if that isn't a scary story, then I don't know what to tell you. That's like super real, and everyone parties when they're younger, so there's absolutely no judgment. This story just absolutely hit home to me, and it's terrifying that this actually happened. Now, after that, he met a little-known UFC fighter you all might have heard of, Michael Chiesa.
Talk about my mom. Don't you ever talk about my fucking mom.
He actually inspired him to start doing MMA. After getting into MMA and having an impressive 7-1 record with all the wins coming by finish, he gets the call to be on Dana White's Contender Series and will be taking on Sean the Sniper Woodson. That didn't stop him though. He said he talked to Dana White backstage and told him if he kept rattling off the wins that he'll see him back in the octagon soon enough. Boy, it didn't take him long to get that call.
Well, all eyes are indeed on Terrance McKinney here tonight. About 10 days ago, Megan O'Leary, he was on the outside of the UFC looking in. Looking at 3 lightweight fights coming your way tonight as we get to the tail of the tape. Matt Frivola at 6, 1 inch the gap in height. Both fighters successfully making weight, 2.5 inch reach. Here's Bruce.
He loves it. He does not shy away from wild exchange.
I can't wait to see what's next for Terrance McKinney. He fights Faris Ziam at UFC Vegas 43, and I'm thinking we're going to get another finish. He's got such a great story and a killer attitude. How can you not like the guy? And setting the record for the fastest knockout in lightweight in history isn't an easy task. Thank you all for watching, and if Terrance watches this video and anything is incorrect or anything, just message me and we can get it resolved. But I just wanted to share your insane story and bring awareness to it, and can't wait to see your future in the UFC. Thank you all again, and subscribe.